Yo, what's going on YouTube, man? It's Trey TV. I'm back with another video, man. So check this out, bro. You feel me? We got Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, man. This is going to be the easiest fight Devin Haney has probably ever had in his professional career, other than the bombs that he fought in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? To get them, pad his record up and do different things like that. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, when you look at the fight, at his most proper stance, you got Ryan Garcia, who literally has just a left hook. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tank for exposing that. And even though he didn't have to expose that, everybody in the boxing community already knew. But he just exposed himself with the performances that he been displaying so far. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, you feel me? This how I feel like the fight gonna go. When you look at stats and when you look at, you know, both of their attributes, at the end of the day, Ryan Garcia still fights the same. You know what I'm saying? You wonder why he switches from Canelo's coach to Derrick James to Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? He's jumping house to house because nobody can keep him. You know what I'm saying? He's not disciplined enough. You feel me? Going on all these rants on social media, going from gym to gym, not sticking to the coach's game plan. A lot of these coaches ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? And y'all seen that bull crap shoulder roll that he tried to pull when he fought old boy, Oscar Duarte. You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for that shot, he probably would have got stopped. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't even the point. You feel me? His footwork is trash. He's he's definitely not defensively responsible. You know what I'm saying? He is fast for sure. He has a little bit of ring IQ. And he's very, very chinny. You know what I'm saying? Any man that can bend his knee and don't get back up, he's a quitter. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that everybody get dropped is, is not good and different things like that. But he quit. And Devin Haney exploited that. He told him, he said, did you or did you not bend the knee? Did you get up? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you a fighter. You supposed to go out on your shield. You know what I'm saying? If you want to sit in there and jump on somebody like a gorilla, you feel me? You supposed to fall on your back like a soldier. You know what I'm saying? And Devin exposed that. But on the flip side, when you look at the attributes Devin Haney got, man, I'm going to start it off like this. You know what I'm saying? His footwork is A1. He's very, very disciplined with that jab. Almost one of the best jabs in the sport of boxing. He's very, very defensively responsible. Of course, he get hits from time to time. You know what I'm saying? But that's a part of the sport. At the end of the day, you going to get wet, especially if you swimming. You feel me? Unlike guys like Shakur Stevenson who don't even want to engage. But either than that, you know what I'm saying? Devin Haney's IQ is A1. You know what I'm saying? His discipline and what he showed from time after time, fight after fight. I mean, he done proved himself in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he's not a bigger draw than Tank because of popularity and different things of that nature. But he's probably the closest fighter as far as 140 and down to be anywhere near closest Tank based off of how much he's accomplished. You know what I'm saying? He done fought everybody from 35, and now he's moved up to 140 to fight one of the hardest hitters, Regis Prograis, and dismantle him. You know what I'm saying? Easily. So when you look at someone who is as skillful as Devin Haney versus a guy named Ryan Garcia who has many flaws, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you always want to judge a fighter based off his last few opponents. You know what I'm saying? But Ryan Garcia, he's been with Derrick James for a couple years now. I think one or two fights. You know what I'm saying? When he was backed into a corner, what did he do? He put a shoulder roll up. This man put a shoulder roll up. He's not known for doing that. He's not known for any of that. When he got back to the corner, Derrick James like, what is you doing? You know what I'm saying? Get back on your bike, get back on the game plan, get back to what we worked on. Versus Devin Haney, I feel like one of his most controversial fights, or one of the most fights, you know what I'm saying, that he had the most trouble with was Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? When he was back to his corner, when he had his back to the wall and different things like that, you feel me? He didn't fold, you know what I'm saying? When Lomachenko pressed him in the latter rounds, he stayed convicted. He stayed behind that game plan. He attacked the body from 1 through 6. Really, the whole fight, he was at his most sharpest 1 through 6. You know what I'm saying? And he stayed to his game plan. Despite what anybody got to say, he came out with the dub, and that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? You always want to look at a fighter when his back is against the wall. You know what I'm saying? And Devin Haney proved at the end of the day, when his back is on the wall, he ain't finna pull no out the wall stuff that nobody has ever seen before. And that's AKA a survival tactic. You know what I'm saying? He not finna do that. Because at the end of the day, he's a very disciplined fighter. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he does in his lifestyle, but I know at the end of the day, he done proved himself to me, and he done proved himself to many others in the sport of boxing, because he's actually more accomplished than the likes of Shakur Stevenson, the likes of Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? He's on the pound for pound list for sure. You know what I'm saying? He ain't ducking no smoke. His skill backs up everything what he talks. And at the end of the day, you can't discredit a fighter that wants to fight other fighters. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, when it come down to him and Ryan Garcia, this going to be like taking candy out of a baby bag, man. I'm going to say that again. This is going to be just like taking some candy out of a baby's bag. I mean, literally, you have someone who's very fundamentally sound, who has enough respectable power to either lay you down or get you in your bike, you know what I'm saying, and respect your power. You feel me? Look at what Regis said at the end of the day. Regis kept saying, oh, you ain't got no power, you ain't got no power, you ain't got no power. And where he end up at? On the floor. You know what I'm saying? Because you underestimated him. You got to think about it. Look at Floyd. He was able to beat all these fighters, not because he was the most powerful, but because of how precise he was. When Devin Haney caught Regis Prograis with that shot, it was timing. You know what I'm saying? It was timing that he did. And Regis was so-called supposed to be the bigger puncher. But at the end of the day, when you start getting fatigued and when you find somebody who is very, very fundamentally sound and who's disciplined, especially on one of the most important punches of the game, which is a jab, you're going to lose every time. Ryan Garcia is fast. I'm not sitting here discrediting him and making it seem like he don't have a chance, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you look at the proof of the pudding, when you look at styles, because at the end of the day, styles make fights. You feel me? When you look at Ryan Garcia, fundamentally flawed, left hand, speed, versus fundamentals, speed, explosion, power, ring IQ, footwork. I mean, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out who will pull that off. You dig what I'm saying? So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I feel like Devin Haney can definitely stop him if he wanted to. But at the end of the day, a unanimous decision is still a win in my books. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. It's Trey TV, and we out.